When Charlie Kirk died, I looked up your name on Twitter, and a lot of people said that you were the Charlie Kirk for black people.
There's no such thing as a Charlie Kirk for black people. No. Let me tell you why. Because I'm a black man that stopped looking at white people's problems and started looking at my people's problems. Charlie Kirk didn't look at his people's problem. He stayed looking at black people's problem as if we're the problem. We're not the problem. We don't have an impact on foreign and free trade that allow all these immigrants into the white man's country. We didn't bring them over here. We didn't bring the drugs. We didn't bring the dope. So the CIA have never, the CIA and FBI have never targeted no group of people like they have targeted black people. And even J. Edgar Hoover said there would never be a black messiah unless we make them. So they're gonna kill all our black messiahs. So my problem with people saying Kirk is like me, he ain't stood up to the white supremacists. He ain't stood up to the skinheads. I've been standing up to the negative elements and the detriment of black people. He ain't looked to white people and said, hey, we got a bunch of white kids shooting up schools. Say we got a bunch of white kids and their babies. We lead the nation in child pedophilia and molestation of children. Hey, man, we need that Epstein list out. They say the president's name is on that list. He ain't doing that to his people. He was a talking point who spread a lot of misinformation, almost the borderline of lying. The statistic that he was using was false. Black people don't commit 50% of the murders in this country. We commit 50% of black murders, which is a small fraction compared to the Mexicans, the whites, the immigrants. So and then, homie, he challenging children. I'm challenging adults. So we are not the same. He wasn't putting his life on the line because he was talking just about black people. He never talked about nobody else as if black people are America's problem. So that's my problem with that shit. Hell, he ain't know me. I stand up to the gangbangers, the killers. I pick on the bullies of the race. He pick on the weakest of the race, the small, undeveloped brains of our children on the college level, on the entry college level.
Y'all had a lot of the same points, though.
No, he didn't. He was lying. He said Dr. King was a horrible man. I didn't say he was a horrible man. I say he was a whoremongering preacher. That don't make him a horrible man. Donald Trump is a whoremonger. He ain't never called him a horrible man. Donald Trump got rape allegations. Bill Clinton, rape allegations. The prince over there in rape allegation, the Jew, rape allegation. So you never heard him call anybody a horrible man, but he won't say Dr. King is a horrible man. He'll lie, motherfucker. Dr. King talk peace. So yeah, man. So no. So we've never said.
I think with slavery, y'all both. He mentioned something about slavery. You say all the time.
He said we were better off with slavery.
Yeah, you say that too.
He said we were better off than we are today. He'll lie, motherfucker. We got rights today. We were better off together. But my rhetoric and his rhetoric do not align. We were not better off as slaves when a white man can rape a black woman and be excused.
But in past interviews, you did say slavery needs to come back when it's out of control. You have said that a few times.
No. He's not advocating for slavery to come back. He's advocating that we were better off as black people as slaves.
Okay.
I'm saying we need these conditions to strengthen us as black people again. We wasn't better off, we were just stronger. We wasn't better off when we can be hung up on a tree and captured when they said we was free, and the other slave masters said, no, that's still my, we wasn't better off. We didn't have more.
Did you know Charlie Kirk before he died?
No.
I seen him debate a few times, but I didn't know his name.
I want to say, me and him was on a segment together on Alex Stein's show, on Prime Stein with Alex Stein. So I want to say we had a brief segment, but him and Alex Stein is real good friends. So, but I've never heard of him, never knew anything about him, never seen a video before he died or nothing. So I'm saying, why would we be affected by a white boy getting killed by a white boy? Why would that bother black people? It don't matter. We don't cheer it on or nothing because his rhetoric don't reach my ears. He's never came across my algorithm. You know why? He arguing with college students that don't know a motherfucking thing. He couldn't have debated me. He could have debated me. One of the biggest lies I heard him say is that Trayvon Martin hunted George Zimmerman in the middle of the night. Then another thing I heard him say that black women can't think. Black women, he can't think. But then he says, if he saw a black pilot, he wondered if he's qualified.
Yeah, I see.
When I see a black pilot, I say, white folk let you get this job? For him to even be at the door to get the job, he got to be qualified. It's certain tests you got to pass. So yeah, they pick you on your color, but your color don't get you in the door. Your test scores do. So they trying to make it seem like black people ain't worked to accomplish what we done accomplished. And they forget they ain't built shit. So when I heard Charlie Kirk talking, all I heard him talk about is negative rhetoric, negative points, negative statistics about black people. What about the statistic that today's black fathers are more involved in their children's life than any other ethnicity? So why he's saying, well, single mothers now, you must forgot Southern strategy. Let's tell the whole story. We've been duped and tricked. We have never had a fair shot. You talking about redlining, Jim Crow laws. So homie, he acting like the playing field been even amongst black people and white people. But I'm telling Kirk and all this people, black people are not y'all problem. We're not building missiles like North Korea and shooting them to the shores of Canada. We didn't take your planes and run them into the building. We ain't done none of that. All the crime that white people is complaining about is black on black. Mm-hmm. There's not a high black on white crime rate. Yeah. I wish it was, because when I was a kid, every crime I committed, where the camera at? As a kid, every crime I committed was against white people, because I had black older people telling me, you go across the railroad tracks. The 10 Commandments is for your people. It ain't for nobody else. Thou should not kill his own kind. Thou should not steal from his own kind. But you can go over there and steal. You can steal from white people if you black. You can rob white people if you black. They've been robbing us because we black. So they want to try to make it color don't matter to us. Color matter to them about everything. That's why they put race in place. Mm-hmm. When race don't matter to nobody but Americans. They play race with us. It's white nationality that they embrace. They white nationalist ideologies. That's why you hear that governor of Utah say, we was hoping it was somebody else, because they really want to hate. When I saw that, when I first saw Charlie Kirk get killed, and I didn't see it, I just heard about it. I don't watch white people. I don't watch nothing white people talk about, especially politics. That's the biggest con game sham. I'm playing con, homie. I'm not a Republican. I'm a smart man. I'm not a Democrat. I don't give a fuck about being Republican or Democrat. I'm playing on both parties because both parties is dumb. All you got to know is some basic information about history and the Constitution, and you can play both sides. Because both sides are one and the same, a group of hateful old white people that are living in white fear because they know they done everybody wrong. And their greatest nightmare is one day somebody sits over them. They're losing their country and they blaming they. We ain't sent 9 grams of fentanyl across the borders that's destroying they white kids that's overdosing on fentanyl and opioids.
That's true.
We ain't sent now motherfucking me coronavirus disease over here to cause a wipeout of sickness. Homie, but they blaming they as if the crime bother them. Our crime do not affect white people. You know why? Because they got the prison on the stock exchange. So it ain't costing nobody no money to lock up. They making money off locking up. There go your free labor. So they complain about crime. They need this crime to keep black slaves. That's why even if we never commit a crime, before you're born in America as a black person, you're already a criminal. You know why? Because we can line up 50 black women How many black women are having boys? They raise their hand. Okay, all black women line up over here. We go 1, 2, 3. One of y'all boys are going to prison before they're even born. Well, who's saying that? America. Because America has a booming prison industry. And they need this prison industry. Not only that, it strips these black people of the rights we once gave them because we still need slaves for free labor. So this crime don't affect us. And it don't affect white people while you're using it as talking points. How many black women having babies? 1, 2, 3. One of y'all going to prison. You know why? Because the American statistic says 1 in every 3 black males will go to prison or be on some form of community supervision in their lifetime. It don't say maybe, it don't say well, but it says 1 in 3 will go. So who makes this shit up? We can go look at black babies. 1, 2, 3. Boy, one of these nigga babies going to prison, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. Nigga, they put this in place for this race. Prison was not put in place for nobody else, but specifically this race. Yeah, we'll put others in there, but the majority is for these people. These people pose the greatest threats to us because they might want retribution one day because we ain't never been fair to them. We ain't never been fair to them. So we got to make sure they stay where they are because our greatest fear is they get over us one day. Do you see how they do each other when they're fighting each other? Do you see some of these snippets when the 20 black guys jump on one white boy? Homie, that's their greatest fear, that it's going to be like that everywhere for them. So they make sure they put things in place years in advance because what they said was, we must do this now for future generations may not understand. The future white people is going to be way more compassionate than these people. So they're putting things in place now that their children can't even undo because they like their slaves. They know their kids grow up and like Jim. And Jim, when I grow up and I'm slave master, I'm going to let you free, Jim. Even the kids had empathy. That's why they love us today. That's why they needed a Charlie Kirk. Homie, Charlie Kirk was a puppet for white supremacy and white racist hate in the name of, I invite you to the table, but I get to edit the talking points. I invite you to the table, but I'm targeting the younger minds. It's no difference than the LGBT that puts things in Disney channels because whenever they want to build prisons, what they do is they target 3rd grade literacy tests. Who can read in the 3rd grade? Okay, we're going to build 2,000 more prisons based on these reading statistics because these motherfuckers going to prison. Homie, so they're targeting our children. So what did Kirk do? Because you had Glenn Beck, you had Rush Limbaugh, you had Bill O'Reilly. They could not connect with the young people the way Obama did with white young people. Mitt Romney couldn't do it. Donald Trump really couldn't do it. So they needed a young figurehead. They tried to get Adin Ross. Adin Ross' group is too young. That's why he got to interview the president. They needed somebody who didn't embrace the way Adin them did. They needed somebody that could whitewash, that could be a great white hope, that seemed like a perfect symbol. They found Charlie. Charlie liked it, he just don't love the culture. He's not indoctrinated into the culture. He has a lot of black friends. He has a lot of compassion. He's not a racist. He's a good speaker like Dr. King. He's their Dr. King. Dr. King, what they wanted him, they made him that. He was just a charismatic leader that can speak, just like Charlie. Dr. King and Charlie are political puppets and tools. They both was assassinated because they changed their talking points. Dr. King was never about integration. That's what white folks wanted, to cripple blacks' economy. Integration strips black people of everything. The fight was always about equal rights and equal protection, something we still don't have, equal rights and equal protection. They can make mockery of George Floyd. We can't make mockery of nobody. We lose our jobs. They can do the Eric Garner challenge, I can't breathe. They go viral as a police department and never lose a job. They say, hey, let's do the Trayvon Martin Skittle challenge. They lay down with the Skittles. So they can do all of this, homie, challenges. And there's no repercussions and backlash. But it is for us. for anybody that speaks against their Savior. So they've made him a God. They've made him almost like Jesus. They say he got a steel neck, that the bullet, his neck wasn't steel enough to stop the bullet. He wasn't that good where God didn't allow him to die. He was just a mortal man with flaws and sins, just like every other man. He wasn't no different, just like Dr. King.
When he died, people celebrated.
Good. They celebrated when George Floyd died.
Yeah.
White people celebrated when George Floyd. I didn't celebrate because he don't mean nothing to me. My focus is on, why you hear people say, man, he don't never talk about white people. Why? White people ain't bothering us. I had to tell it today on a live, homie, there's been 2 black boys found hanging. Why me and you on here talking with nappy hair about this white man and he was killed by a white man? Why? So Charlie Kirk was given a few $1 million from an old white man to go out into America and win the hearts of young Americans for this Trump election. That's why you're hearing him saying his voice will echo for future generations. They needed a great white hope. Too many of their great white hopes was dancing the tune and the sounds of their niggas. They last great white hopes, other than the old ones like Rush Limbaugh, Bill O'Reilly, so they couldn't use them, homie. That's why you don't see them on Fox News. They went and got Charlie Kirk. They went and got Aiden Ross. They got Alex Stein, and they use these non-racist, non-hateful hearted Caucasian guys in the name of standing in Christianity. But they even hung us in the name of Christianity.
You said if he would have went to a HBCU, it wouldn't happen.
He'll still be alive.
Explain
they just would have
that.
recorded him. You see, I went to a HBCU. They just wanted to record me and ask me a bunch of questions.
You still stormed off, but
because, homie, my time is valuable. I just left a high school that has a resource center with canned goods, clothes. So I'm talking about, let's partner over here. Man, let me bring Aiden Ross and here to school. Man, let's build this resource club, man. So who do I give money to? So this is what I'm on. I'm coming over here knowing the HBCU struggling. Man, who can we help? Who can we help? They want to debate snitching. I stayed an extra day with a pocket full of money to bless. Man, I could have been gone. And I was on the mushroom with that jitter dick still on the. So I've been fucking all night. We've been out all night party, nigga been all night. The mushroom still on the ass. I want to go back and fuck, and I ain't got no drawers on. So they had to give me a belt at the high school. So they had to give me a belt at the high school. So I'm thinking, okay, we finna go back to the room. Man, let's just run over here right quick. I'm like, let me go throw my jewelry on. You know a nigga want to get fresh. So, so I was ambushed. So when I'm sitting there, homie, I'm saying, man, motherfucker, pay me for this. Homie, they don't even respect the time. I ain't into snitching. So why am I on so many? Nigga, I was disgusted. So I understand how Charlie Kirk and them can go and say all the things about us when they doing this shit on the college campus, homie. Homie, he would have slaughtered them with their minds, homie. So I got over here with these are doctors such and such. What we doing? So homie, I was disgusted, and I went to calling the kids. Man, y'all get y'all mother. I thought, man, y'all ain't no motherfucking kids no way. That's why y'all mama being poor ass mother. So now I'm mad at them. And so now I'm saying to high school, homie, why? I done been through this shit, homie. Charlie Kirk had a motherfucker give him $4-5 million. I didn't have nobody give me nothing. I did it for 10 years. I would say, my mama would give me some money. The old, I done had a few politicians, white politicians, but it wasn't until I started threatening these street niggas to call the police on them that I really started getting community help. I'm gonna start, so street saying, man, that nigga really do be doing it. And I ain't taking the money. So for me to have to be making money now, me and my kids living a life we ain't never dreamed of, why would I go back to helping black people, homie, when to help black people don't help you and your family?
What type of white threats have you been getting over the last week? Have you been getting, I know shows have been canceled.
Yeah.
But so what is the white, how are white people treating you right now?
In person, lovely. Online, I don't know. Because I'm so trending right now, it's so many messages. I just see what's in the, in the comment section. You're gonna get Charlie Kirk. So, how many different people don't realize, I ain't afraid to die. Because I ask people, who tricked us into believing that death is a bad thing and everything has to die? Every flower, every roach, everything has to die. So if the good people have to die, the bad. So who say death is a bad thing and why should you be afraid of it? And we all have to walk that journey. So I don't let nobody trick me to make me think death is being a bad thing. I don't want to die and have to live. I want to live. So I wake up every day to live. I don't worry about dying from death. I can't stop it. And when I'm dead, I don't know I'm dead. So who gives a Oh, we go laugh when you die. So I ain't gonna know. And then my kids just go cry till the insurance policy kick in. They realize daddy done left them. Man, they go, damn, my children ain't gonna last long. Now them hoes might be mad, but nigga, I'm gonna have them in position where they ain't gonna cry. So now, everybody go be in position. So now, I didn't celebrate it one way or another because I wasn't in tune with him. So when I heard it, Aiden Ross had called me and said, hey, Charleston, what you think about it? I said, man, that's fucked up. They'll kill the dude. Because he said, yeah, the same people that's laughing and celebrating him will laugh and celebrate me and your death. So, nigga, shit don't bother me. Nigga, I celebrate people's death. Who told you celebrating somebody's death is wrong when y'all celebrate the dead for Halloween? Even your Christian Bible tells you let the dead bury the dead. Don't celebrate the dead. Don't honor the dead. Love thy neighbor. Honor thy mother and mother. So how can y'all do all this shit for the dead and worship the dead? Make idols. We're going to do that. These are Christian people doing this. And the Bible totally speaks of that, speaks against that. So these aren't real Christians. That's why they want to embrace hate in their heart. So initially, just like with Gilly the Kid, I showed empathy for Charlie Kirk. But boy, just as soon as I saw the next day that white people and media outlets were saying, we can't say nothing bad about Charlie Kirk, they said, you can't nobody. So
people are losing jobs. So
I done lost. So they just added 8 more shows. So I will book every week from here to December 31st. I done lost at least 10 shows. I don't give a damn. Who gonna tell me what I can't? So listen. I remember one time as a kid, they used to have them light covers up there. And in them old cars, the light cover come off, you can see the light. And my mama seen me looking at it one time, and she was going into the grocery store. She said, boy, you better not touch that light. Soon as she got out the car, because she said it, I touched it. Finger burnt like a mother. She spanked me. She said, I told you, I seen you thinking about it. Fast forward till I got a little older. Her and her friend was going out one time. And her friend said, hey, I'm leaving my car keys in here. Y'all better not drive my car away. But she was joking. I wouldn't even think about stealing her car till she said it. You can't tell me what I can't do. If you say, man, you can't do that, I'm going to prove to you I can. So the fact that white people, white club owners, white club managers, when I go on stage and say black people need to be taken back to slavery, I can't wait till white folk put us in slavery. I've made fun of George Floyd, Gilly the Kid, son, boo. Nigga, white folk love it like a mother. So I'm saying, well, maybe let's see if they can take it. They can't take it. They've always ditch hate out and cry if it come back. They always play victim when it come back. So nigga, just the fact that they said I can't do it, my agency mad at me. Even my mama said, son, I said, mama, let me read what I told my mom. I said, mama, the fact that they saying I can't say it, that's what's making me do it. So I thought of all the horrible things you can say about Charlie Kirk, and I went on a rant for days because who gonna take this freedom of speech away? And that's what Charlie Kirk spoke for. So the more I researched Charlie Kirk, the more I saw he was a white Charleston White. I'm not a black Charlie Kirk. He's a white Charleston White because he talking crazy to about nigga shit. But he's also promoting free speech. He's also saying there's no such thing as hate speech. So the shit that I'm saying, Charlie would clap for. Even though it's wrong, he has a right to it. So I'm saying white folks are pure hypocrites. Look at them. This is what Charlie stood for. The very exact thing that I'm doing, telling the masses of people, fuck you, we need shootings. This was good for Charlie because we get to keep our rights. Even Charlie said that. Charlie said we need these shootings to keep our rights. So what the fuck are they crying for? And I'm saying what I say all the time. Homie, we need police shootings, my nigga. Police shooting bring niggas together. We need, don't I say that?
Yeah.
So me and Charlie are one and the same. So why would white people come up against me? Because I'm black. I was their boy. I was their boy as long as I was singing their tune in their favor.
I'm not gonna lie, like over the past week I gained more respect for you because I said Charleston has no picks. He don't give a like.
No. I'm not playing a character if I am. Listen to me. Didn't I tell y'all I was playing a character? If I have picks, does that mean I've been lying? I'm not playing a character.
They fell in love with the Mackin, man.
If I'm telling you I'm playing a character online, and y'all believed it at first until I said something about Charlie. Now it's personal. So everybody I made it personal to said he's not playing a character. But long as I don't make it personal, oh man, he's playing, oh man, he's wild and funny. So if I decided to go along with everybody and not speak on Charlie in the way that I did, then I've been lying. I'm not playing a character. I'm really playing a character. Half the shit I said about Charlie, I don't even mean. I'm just now starting to learn more and more about Charlie. As a matter of fact, one of Charlie's good friends, Alex Stein, texted me, said, man, I'm at the funeral, and told me, man, Alex said, man, and Alex Stein is a good friend of mine. His dad, how many of these white Jewish people that got a love for niggas? His daddy was been a bail bomber for 50 years. No Pops, no Billy Ray Maddox, no every, the Douglases, the men, no every, Bobby Reed, no everybody. They out and gamble with the sheriff, and so that was my bail bondsman. Alex Stein, that's my bail bondsman every time I go to jail. I ain't got to come with no money or nothing, nigga. The judge, so they started giving me no bonds because Alex Stein daddy was getting me out with no money. At first, I was using money to get out. They hit me with a $90,000. Alex Stein daddy started getting me out with no money. So they ain't like that. So that's why I started getting hit with the no bond. So these are my friends. Aiden Ross is my friend. So when I said that, homie, I hurt my friends. Just like I done said some shit about black people that hurt some friends. When I said some shit about Gilly's son, then my mama. When I said something about Lil Ronnie's son, my mom and family. So it's no difference. But I'm saying, man, who care about what I say? Look at what humans do to one another. So I'm saying, look at all these white people want to hate. They want to hate. But they were so disappointed when they find out they can't hate their own, because they will not hate their own. They will not hate their own. So I had to have some empathy. Because niggas, some people I know is attached to them, and my words is affecting them. So Alex sent a message to Sane and Dewberry. Said, man, tell Charleston, man, you know, Charlie was a good guy, and he really loved black people. He said, man, so I trust what Alex say. Alex personally know him. So, but I don't mean I'm gonna stop. It's a character, and it's a method to the madness. I'm standing on free speech no matter what I'm saying. There's no hate in my heart. I don't mean it. Somebody is white, man, I don't mean that. And then this what got me. I'm saying white people done turned hateful. This is an instance where black people, no white people ever show compassion. In a police shooting, black people are unforgiving, just like these white people. We won't forgive nobody. We saying off with the head. We want to punish white people. And it's all white people we want to punish because one white officer killed one black dude. So we do the same thing. That's what I mean. We are just like our slave masters. We have become them. We hate like them. We eat like them. We like red meat like them. We like to be in cool air in the air conditioner where it's cold and cool. We don't like to be in the sun. We like them, homie. We run from the sun like them. We done start putting sunscreen on like them. We get the same diseases they get, and we've never gotten the same diseases as white people. The Indians were the only ones because we never ate like them. We have their same diets. We eat at their same restaurant. No, we go to their same doctors. So of course they're gonna diagnose us. Yeah, they don't know how to diagnose. That's why they study our bodies. They don't study their bodies. The oldest bones is an African woman named Lucy. Those study the DNA from a black woman, not a white woman. Nigga, they take our organs to put in their old white bodies. They don't put white young organs out. So we've become them by nature. So we hate like them. So I'm saying white people done turn back to being hateful until Charlie Kirk's wife spoke yesterday at the funeral. Yeah, to hear the words, I forgive you, homie, some powerful words, because most people don't say them.
She forgives the shooter.
Yeah. My victim family forgave me, and I got to hear them say it, look me in my eyes and tell me that. So, yeah, that tugged on my heart. I said, yeah. Nah. So, but I had already proven my point. So if you notice, I really don't even mention it no more. I wanted to use the verb when it was sensitive. That's when I attack. And I think I've proven my point. America is a hypocritical nation. Whites, blacks, this is not a Christian country. When you have the leader of the free world, of the presidents, just says that I'm not like Charlie, but they're honoring Charlie. President Trump, me up, homie. Your leader's supposed to always have compassion. They let me know Trump is a weak man. Thug, a weak man. Woody, a strong man. Only the strong can show compassion for the weak. Trump can't show no compassion. White people don't show no compassion because they're weak. But Charlie and his wife were strong in spirit. She said, I forgive the shooter. So she didn't allow the seed and the roots of white racism and white hate to run parallel with her husband's voice, because they say his voice will be heard in future generations. Well, along with his voice is a voice of hate. Our president, and I voted for him. He said, I hate my opponent. How can you hate another American when they've done nothing to you? It's just a difference of ideologies and political opinions. So for him to stand over a man who professed Christianity, professed his faith in Christ, welcome all ethnicities and people to the table to have a discussion. And what I found so remarkable about him, he never got upset or offended by anything. So his mannerisms is something that I admire, because I see that in Aiden Ross. I see that in a lot of other people. Homie, in order to be in a position where he is, you can't get angry. So you never saw a clip where he got angry. Because I'm passionate about some of the things I speak on. If you catch me out of character, I'm going to get angry. I was angry at that school. Man, HBC, I felt attacked, I felt ambushed, I was angry. But on camera, homie, I ain't bringing my emotions. So that's what I admired about him. But to have a president, homie, the world is watching, and they're saying this guy is a believer in Christ, and they're talking Christianity, only for the president, who maybe is an atheist, to reject everything that man stood for. And said, no, I'm not like Charlie. And then said this in front of his wife after she says, I forgive him. That was a spit in the face of his legacy. You don't profess hate over love and forgiveness. So he almost drowned out her forgiveness, because there was somewhat of a cheer in the center of the arena. You didn't hear no other cheer around, but there was a section of cheer in a small section of that arena that you hear some people applaud to hate. And there's nothing that, and this is what I should tell myself when I say, man, I hate you, Dad. I should go in the shower and say, man, God, please don't let my heart be hard toward my own people. Because I know there's nothing that nothing good can do with a heart full of hate. Saying good, man, love and hate and good can't coexist in a heart with hate in it. So for our president to confess that, what comes out of a man's mouth is in his heart. And he pressed it, he was proudly saying it. So pride comes before destruction. So what I believe what we're seeing now is the destruction of white America, not America.
I don't think Charlie deserved to die, though.
I don't think nobody deserved to die.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody deserved to die, but some people who done kill people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe in the death penalty. But Charlie ain't hurt nobody. Charlie ain't hurt nobody where he deserved a bullet. People who hurt people, that shoot people, they deserve bullets. People who fight people, they deserve knuckles. You reap what you sow. You live by the sword, but Charlie didn't live by bullets. But you also have to think, I don't believe, well, I don't want to get into the conspiracy shit. But when you look at what done happened since his death, with different things that have been signed into law and things like that, you almost think that He was
a setup.
sacrificed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sacrificed. Yeah, he was sacrificed.
You feel like that kid,
for the greater good of America.
you feel like that kid was in it on his own, or it was a team?
That was a team. Just like we saw him climbing down, somebody else saw him too. Who looking at the camera that saw him walk up there and climb down after the shot? How did that 71-year-old man know that that was going to happen, to jump up to say, hey, God damn it, I'm the one that did it? Only for them to find child porn in his phone. He know he got child porn in his phone, and he finna jump up at a shooting like this. Homie, if we can see it, it's not real. If they let us see it on television, it's a smoke screen. From the 9/11 planes flying in, homie, they didn't let us see when it hit the Pentagon. They let us see it running to the, they let us see George Floyd. They don't let you see the other ones. So no other police shooting, they give you details on like they gave you George Floyd. So homie, see, that's what made Charlie Kirk dangerous, because he wasn't talking his belief system. He had talking points for movement.
You and him had the same take on George Floyd as well.
Yeah,
He didn't really
no.
he didn't really have a lot of good things to say about George Floyd, like yourself.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him, other than he had misinformed talking points. He had screwed statistics that was shaped for rhetoric. But what make him dangerous, homie, is what they're doing to black people is no different than what Hitler did to the Jews in Germany. The media, laws, rhetoric, and propaganda. So between Hollywood entertainment, painting us as thugs, criminals, killers, rapists, abusive men. So that's one entity projecting us in a demeaning light. Then you got the news media. Every night you showing crime. They got different terms for us. You haven't heard this little white kid be called a monster, be called a savage, the things that they say about us. They soft with him. They're making excuses for him. He was a good kid till he got with the transsexual stuff, the Democratic boy. So they blaming liberalism. Not a kid with an undeveloped brain who did not make a lifelong decision, because the human brain does not develop. And all the science, research and medical data proves that the human brain does not develop to at or around the age of 25 based on a prefrontal cortex of the brain for you to make a logical, rational decision and say, this is what I want to do. So that's not what he really wanted to do as a kid. So when you ask a kid, man, why you do that? And they say, I don't know. They really don't. It's impulse. It's impulse. So that's why that kid will not be sentenced to death, because our Supreme Court have already ruled you can't kill this baby. He don't have a developed brain.
How old was he?
He's 20, 21, 22.
Nah, he's gonna get the death penalty.
No,
you don't think so?
It's an undeveloped brain. It's not a lifelong choice and decision. The Supreme Court have already ruled you can't give these motherfuckers life without parole at this age. You can't give them life without parole. All the mitigating factors come into play with the death penalty. So let me say this. Dylan Roof killed 10 people. Why he didn't get the death penalty? He killed 10 people. Why he didn't get the death penalty? Homie, this is rhetoric and propaganda.
What was your thoughts on Jimmy Kimmel being canceled?
Had been canceled, so fuck Jimmy. You know, about Jimmy being canceled? Was it wrong? Yeah, it was wrong. But nigga, don't cry about it. It's worth losing. You got rights, and you standing for your rights, whatever they take is worth losing. Your rights is worth dying for. If not, you ain't got them. So I'm with don't tread on me. Yeah, I'm with don't tread on me. So I'm gonna say anything I want to say online, because I got a freedom of speech, and I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not hurting nobody, homie, with my words. Maybe your feelings, But who have you hurt with your words that you live with in the household that you hadn't apologized for to be so affected by my words? So now, white people in America is full of shit, and this is Babylon.
Would you talk publicly in front of 4,000 people if you were paid to do that?
Yeah, I have before.
Would you do it now? I mean, at the peak of the Charleston White.
Yeah. I don't believe nobody will harm me.
Really?
Yeah, really. Don't you see how I live? I walk around this motherfucker carefree.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I don't believe because I'm not targeting a marginalized group. I'm targeting us. That's why I don't say nothing to white people. That's why I don't say nothing to Mexicans. I don't say nothing. I used to fuck with them people, but I realized they not our problem. They not our initial problem. We are our initial problem. Just like we're not their initial problem. We're not their initial problem. Israel is. Russia is. North Korea is. Venezuela is. Mexico is. But blacks, Americans, we're not nobody problem but black people problem. And we ain't gonna accept that as we the problem. We're not the problem. Yeah, opioids is. That's affecting white people. So yeah, nah, nigga. So
same thing with Lean. You know, when Justin Bieber, he's the reason why activists is no longer.
When
they didn't give a fuck until
when TMZ posted all of that, homie, there was no empathy for drug users until the opioid crisis. See, white boy had empathy under the law. He get caught with cocaine, he cool. The nigga get caught with crack, there's no empathy. The law put it in place that we're gonna do them like that and us like this. So that was put in law. So they looked and said, okay, this is what black people are getting caught with. Once they realized Justin Bieber was they Aiden Ross, was they first Charlie Kirk. And then snatched him and pulled him over here. So he wasn't, and they got him when he was a cute little lily white boy in his almost adolescence. So he was with the culture from his adolescence to almost his mid-20s. We f***ed the boy up. Partying with Diddy, with Usher them. So now he hanging with these rappers because he taking trips through LA, car breaking down in Compton. They making him do push-ups and sing in Compton. Many white people had to do something. Well, they said, man, he done got hooked on this new phenomenon that these black people have introduced. Not only did it get him, it got Aiden too. When I first met Aiden, man, who gets you on that shit? Them niggas didn't. Man, this is why Dr. King didn't want niggas in their schools. Because they're gonna pick up the negative elements of our culture. And we go mistreat them in the process. Because we don't like nobody just like them. So, homie, when they went in his house, and everybody saw this on TMZ, he had soap. And back then, that's when the paint bottles were $150. You can get a paint for $150. He had paint bottles everywhere. And TMZ blasted that. It was a drought on activists that summer.
Yep.
That summer. It's been money put into the opioid crisis. Because white people have always been able to maintain a opioid addiction. Their mothers, their fathers, Adderall, they dope fiend humans. They can maintain, get up and go to work. But when you start doing drugs with this culture don't get high and go to work. They get high and party and say, fuck work, I quit. White folk get high and still get up and go to work, get back responsible on Monday. This culture has no responsibility as dope fiends. White boy get high and go work on cars all goddamn day long. Get high and go or fight. So that was the first sign of white people needing to separate their children from the hip-hop culture with Justin Bieber. Now look at it. Boy, fucked up, we don't know what's wrong with it. He won't say what's wrong with it. We don't know if they done fucked him. He won't say nothing. He just taking it in silence. I feel bad. And yeah, I feel bad for the boy. But whatever it is, he won't run back to these. He don't have nothing to do with this. So you can't blame white folk. But we not the problem. We not the problem. We still trying to survive as a race of people.
Do you believe the popular phrase, black people can't be racist? Is that true?
Yeah, black people can't be racist. We've never had power. If we were racist, we would do what I tried to do as a kid, commit all my crimes against white people. I thought I was racist. Homie, homie, my whole objective every day as growing up as a kid until we caught our murder case, because I'm listening to the older blacks like the white people listen to the older white. If you see a white boy, it's like a lion and gazelle. Get him. If you friends with a white boy, over him, steal from him, take advantage of him, his sister, bully him. No, he got to show you he ain't a hoe. So the whole objective was, when they look at us, you play on the nigga. Everybody play on us. We don't play on them. Nobody's taught us how to play on white people. They've been taught how to play on us. We've never studied white people. They've studied us. They know us. They know what triggers us. They know what excites us. That's why we're their consumers. The largest. We don't study them. I've been studying Charlie Kirk. I've been studying niggas. Anything that I talk about, I study. Because I want to be efficient in what I'm saying, whether it's good or bad. So I study you, nigga. You catch my attention, I'm going to research you. Stay up all night looking up shit on your motherfucking ass. So black people can't be racist, man. We're super prejudiced. Ethnocentric. But we're not racist. Racism has to do with a power structure. We don't make laws. We can't disenfranchise anybody. So no, we can't be racist. We can either be criminal or prejudiced, one of the two. And none of us are waking up being racist criminals because they got a hate crime for it.